am back, and sorry about the little episode that I just had with Zoe. For some reason, she just does not understand when I'm recording. She just want to keep coming in here and interrupting everything. So I had to make her go in the room and watch her show. So this pantry, it's actually a closet from IKEA, and what I'm doing is I'm gonna make it into a pantry. Excuse all that stuff up there. That's some stuff I bought for Christmas, and I just haven't pulled it out yet because it's not Christmas yet, as you can see. But is an IKEA closet. Let me close this door. This is an IKEA closet that I bought on OfferUp. And I am turning it into a pantry. So as you can see, this is a piece of wood that I bought. And I put all these nails to hold it up, just like 2 nails on each side to hold it up. So I bought 2 pieces of wood to put on there as shelves. And this one on the floor is the original. Hang on, let me see if I can get it from this angle. This one on the floor is the one that came with the closet. So on this side, excuse me, sorry for making you guys dizzy. On this side, I actually started to make it into a pantry. I put these little, let me see, back here I put crackers in those little containers from IKEA, and the little shelf in there, the miniature shelf that they have. I bought one of those and stacked that back there, and so I have ramen noodles in the back shelf. And this is like Indian potatoes that I put in this one. And this is lentils that I put in this one. And I got both of these I got most of the food from Costco. And then I put a little spinning turntable thing right here for Zoe's snacks. And in the back I have another shelf and some more goodies. So this is like the snack shelf, and a little bit of vitamins that I have on the side for myself in the morning. I keep them in the pantry so that way I can eat my food in the morning and take my vitamins. I started this MSM because this is the rave about growing your hair right now. And this is the next shelf. Down here is the final shelf. So what I want to do on this side is make the bottom shelf into like where I keep all the detergents and soaps and stuff like that, all at the bottom. And then I'm going to keep all the food on the higher shelves. So that way the food and detergents and everything are all at, well, the detergents and everything, cleaning supplies and everything are all at the bottom. And on the top part, it's going to be the food. I don't want to take the bar out because I may end up turning it into a closet when I move. So I'll just keep that in there. It's not in the way anyway. So what I did with the first shelf, let me show you, is I took some contact paper and put some marble contact paper on this one. So this one is finished. This is the one that actually came with the closet. So I'm going to stick this one back in there. Actually, it doesn't have all the pegs in. Let me grab some more pegs. So for the top shelf actually came with these little pegs. So I'm going to stick those back in there. The thing is with this, since it's a closet, it didn't come with all the little holes down the side. I wish it did, because that way I wouldn't have to drill some holes in there. And my drill is like a little baby drill, so this is a little drill that I have. And for some reason, this little drill was not drilling the hole through the wall, so not through the closet. So I just took a screwdriver and screwed the screws in there. I was gonna make the holes big enough to put these pegs in, but I decided to just keep the screws in there because that was actually still holding it up. So give me a second right here. My lens, for some reason, is like a little blurry. I guess when I picked up my camera, I must have touched my lens. So here we go. Now we're back. That's better. So now I'm gonna take some more of this contact paper and I'm gonna put that on top of these shelves. And then start loading everything in. I do actually, I think it might be sturdy enough. I think before I start loading it in, no, I might do that off camera. I was gonna put another screw on there, but I think those 2 screws should be good enough for holding the shelf up. If I need to put another one, I'll put another one later. But I'm gonna take this contact paper. Actually, I'm gonna take this first shelf off to make it easier for me to put the contact paper down without having to have this shelf in the way. Bear with me, it's my first time doing this shelf. So, I'll be back. I'm gonna get my blade. When you're doing DIYs, you have to make sure you have one of these little blades so you can just cut the little contact paper and stick it on. So I don't usually measure it. What I usually do is just lay it down and cut it as it's on the shelf. So I'm gonna go zoom down so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just gonna lay the contact paper down. And line it up. Then I'm gonna take my little blade and just cut it. Okay, so now I have that one cut. And don't worry if you mess up with the cutting and you have some gaps on the side. With the marble, it's really good because when you're cutting with the marble, it's easy because it doesn't matter if it's messed up because you can just lay some more contact paper on the side on top of it. So that way it still looks like it came on the shelf. So now I'm going to take the blade across. Actually, I'm going to lay it down first. So just make sure it's flat. Once it's flat, then I'm going to take the side and just like bend it like this, because I'm not going to need this part right here. I don't know if I'm going to keep it on there yet. I may just roll it under, because this is the one that has wood. Since it has wood, I may just lay it under, because I don't want Zoe to come over here and she end up getting cut by the wood. So I may just like pull it down. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So you just pull the contact paper back. And I'm gonna start from the back to the front. So what I do is I'll lay this over towards the back. Then I'll line this up. Make sure the paper is out of the way before you line it up. And be careful that it doesn't buckle up, because you don't want any grooves all in your contact paper. You find the end of the shelf and just stick it down. And I just run my fingers across, make sure it's flat. Then I'll go under, pull this. Gradually lay it down so it doesn't bubble up. I would use my little squeegee thing. Actually, I think I'm going to go get my squeegee from the bathroom and see if that will work. Because it keeps buckling. And I'm back. Make sure you have a squeegee. Because this will help it lay down more. buckle. As I'm squeegeeing it down, I'm pulling the contact paper. Yeah, this is working out a lot better. Buckling a little in the middle. So all you're going to do is lift it a little bit again from the middle and go to the part where it's buckling up. And be very careful as you're laying it down. Start on one end, squeegee it down, go to the next. That side down. People make it seem like this contact paper is very easy to lay on, but it's not. It's not, because it does buckle up. So if you don't go back in that room, I'm recording.
Oh, I didn't know you were still recording.
Okay, now this one is down. It's not perfect because on this side it's still buckling a little bit, but I'm like over it. I'm just gonna lay this down in the front. Because the food's gonna go on top of it anyway. So it's not really gonna show. As long as by the front it's not buckling. Fold that over. And it's kind of good that I didn't paint the wood because This contact paper is sticking really good to it. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna touch up the sides because I have another piece of contact paper. Actually, I don't have an extra piece because I took that piece and folded it over. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna cut another little piece. So that I could fix the parts where it didn't get contact paper on. Let me grab some scissors. Take some scissors. Just bring this down the side. And like I said, it doesn't have to be. Ooh. Don't do that. That really hurt. Let me move this out of the way. It just fell on my foot. Well, still gonna keep finishing the show. I can't leave it like this. So you just take the extra contact paper and lay it up against the wall and fill in the spaces that you didn't get. See, nobody's signed on yet. So I'm just fixing up the shelf. There's some little pieces where the contact paper didn't get on the edges. I guess that's the reason why you're supposed to measure. But I'm the type of person that just rough it out. So this is what happens when you rough it out and don't measure. Well, I did measure the shelves to hammer them on, but I didn't measure the contact paper. Actually, this is not coming off. Oh, here it is. I'm gonna take this one and put it on the other side. There we go. Fill in the gap on the other side. One more little piece.
help you?
So that's gonna be finished.
Can I help you?
Okay, now one shelf down. Now I can put this other one up higher and put the contact paper on that one. I'm so proud of myself that I'm making this shelf. This would have probably cost me like $300 to have a pantry, or if not more than that for a pantry. And it only cost me, it actually cost me $100 for this closet, and then I paid another $25 for them to deliver it because I didn't have anybody to deliver it for me. And then I paid another $20 for the shelves in here. And then I look on IKEA, and they actually have this same closet for like $130. So I could have just had it delivered straight to my house. The only thing with that, it wouldn't have had these two shelves. So either way it goes, I could have paid the $130 from IKEA instead of buying it off of OfferUp. Because sometimes it's good to get things on OfferUp, and sometimes it's not good to get things on OfferUp. And I'm gonna show you the reason why. So I bought this on OfferUp, like I said. But what they failed to tell me is that the legs right here are damaged. So when I bought it, it was leaning forward, as you can see. So I had to put these little couch little pad things right here to stand it up. So now that I have it at my house, it's gonna cost me more to get rid of it and get a whole new shelf. So I'm just roughing it out, and I just put those little pad things under there, and I'm gonna have it mounted on the wall, and have somebody just like put some wood or something under there. But for right now, it hasn't leaned forward or anything because I have those pads. I think I'm gonna have to wrap something on my foot. Zoe, get one of those owie pads. Those ones out of the drawer, those ones I put on your head. So now we're on to the next shelf. I'm gonna cut this one down. Turn this way so you can see. So I just cut it again right here. Now I'm gonna take my little handy dandy squeegee. And try to squeegee this on here again without it bubbling. I think this time I'm gonna start from the side. This way, so I can work from this angle. Because I'm right-handed, so I have to go from this angle to be able to lay it down better. one went on pretty easy from the beginning. Let's see how it goes from the back part. And I go a little at a time and squeegee it down. Maybe I was going too fast the last time. So I'll go a little at a time this time. Yeah, it's working better this way. So when you're putting the contact paper down, it's better to go to this from the side because it's not bubbling at all. All I'm doing is rolling this back up so it's out of my way. And as I roll it up, I'm pulling the paper. Okay. Roll this up some more. Squeegee. And I picked up this squeegee from the 99 cents only. No, I actually got this from Dollar King. This one went on real good. It's not going anywhere. So now, I'm just going to take the edges and lay them flat. Squeegee those down. Okay, now I'm going to have to take some more contact paper. Where did I put it? Okay. Take some more contact paper and fix the edges again. Let me get my scissors so it's easier. Take a piece and lay it down the side. And nobody's ever going to see that part because the food's going to be right on top of it. So it doesn't matter. And it blends in with the rest of the contact paper, so you won't even see it anyway. So how are you guys doing tonight? How's your night going? I hope it's going well. I've been wanting to do this pantry for months now. First thing I did was I bought the shelf and I thought, oh, I could go to IKEA and I could just buy some more shelves and add it to this shelf. Who would have knew that this shelf is actually discontinued? So they don't have any extra shelves for it. So I ended up picking up a piece of wood that I thought was the size of this shelf, and it wasn't. So I had to end up going to Lowe's, Home Depot, Virgil's, and 2 other wood places, and nobody had it. Nobody was able to cut the wood that I had bought for $4 in the as-is section. So who would have knew that Home Depot was going to charge like $40 for me to just get 2 little shelves cut out of real wood. So I was like, okay, let me go to Virgil's. Went to Virgil's and they were able to cut 2 little pieces of wood for $20. So it was a hassle getting the shelves. I think next time I'm just gonna go ahead and just go to IKEA and pick up something that's similar to what I want. Instead of going all around town trying to figure out who's gonna be able to cut this piece of wood. And I ended up throwing the piece of wood at the curb anyway as scraps so the city could pick it up. And there's this guy that just drives around and picks up wood anyway, so he probably picked up the wood anyway. So I would say on this buy, I have pretty much lost. But I'm making the best out of it and still making it into a pantry. I probably could have saved more if I would have just done it myself. But it is what it is. And there's nothing I can do about it now. I hope that piece of wood is not in the way. Because this side is starting to look like it's in the way. I'm gonna put this door back on here. I'll put the door on after I sign off because I don't know how that's going to be putting the door back on, so I'm just going to do that after. Now the contact paper is done. I could put this last shelf on. Hopefully I didn't break my foot. I hit it right on the vein. Ooh. You guys don't want to see that. I'm going to show you anyway. I just bruised my foot right there. If only I had a man to help me do this, but I don't. So, accidents happen when you're trying to do for yourself as a single mom. It is what it is. You gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, now let's get this last one on. For some reason, these doors is always in the way. But I got that one on. So now, since I have the contact paper showing right here, I kind of want to put it on the edge right here. I'm going to get some more contact paper and add it to the edge of right here. So that way it matches. right here. Lay it flat. Fold it over and push down. A lot of people use this contact paper to put on their shelves, not their shelves, on their bathroom cabinets and stuff. This is some really good cabinet contact paper. And I only picked it up from Walmart for like $6. Let me show you the name of it. I think I have another one right here. So if you want to do any DIYs, they have this at Walmart. You can see the name. And it's only $5. It's about $6. So now, let me grab one more piece to get this side of the contact paper on there. And we will be done. And all I would have to do is add my door back on here. And I'm gonna do that off camera because I had a hard time pulling it off. And plus this video is getting too long. So. Actually, this one is too skinny. So I'm just gonna show you the rest of this pantry. And I'll come back with a photo of. So this is the closet. This is the top shelf. The shelf that I bought. And the second shelf that I bought. And this is the bottom part. So this is going to conclude my pantry DIY. And thank you guys for coming to my pantry DIY. And I will post a picture of it being finished and the final product of everything with the doors on and everything. So you can see how I made my closet into a pantry. So you guys have a good night and I am out. You guys be safe and leave some comments below and let me know what you think of my pantry that I made. And deuces, I am out. I love you guys. Leave some comments below.